Guy walks into a bar with a piece of asphalt under his arm and says, "Give me a beer and one for the road."
Or the piece of asphalt for the road.
Okay.
Yeah, like, 'cause that's what it says. It's bad. Like, he loved doing that sort of shit where it's just shitty bad puns.
Oh shit!
I missed that, man.
Forgot.
You'd like him, Excluded. He makes a lot of 9/11 jokes.
Why am I associated always with that, huh?
Because you were first afraid to tell us where you were from in case you associated it with Iraq, which we thought was very funny, and that's become a long-standing joke that you're a terrorist.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to D&D.
A good fear of mine.
That's the lore. That's the lore, and it's now in this video forever.
Right? Now it's immortalized.
Yeah, you wanna say where you're from? You wanna dox on the internet? Full address.
Full docs. I'll just take a picture of my ID and send it to you, Chris.
Yeah, for D&D
I
reasons,
know
of course, I need that information for your character sheet. Hello, welcome to D&D 5th edition in a more modern setting. I am the Game Master, MisterGriss, joined today, as always, by my amazing players. We have Aidan playing AJ.
Hello.
We have Destructore playing Des. Hello?
Well, he's gone.
We had.
We had Destructore playing Des. We have Excluded.
Is my internet being shitty again?
Yeah, it's just, I think it's Discord.
Ugh.
Oh no, that bodes well for the rest of the evening. We have Excluded playing Cecil.
This hair doesn't look too modern to me, Chris.
Well, you chose to come here. And we have Mckadow playing as Jackie.
Entropy walks into a bar, and everything just goes downhill from there.
Stop.
What, you didn't like that one? It's just like gravity, you know? Everybody falls for it.
Those are some bad level jokes.
Yeah. It's like when the black hole walked into the bar. It really sucked.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's not gonna be a fun night.
You started this, Chris.
Are we done here?
2 minutes in. Hey, no, last time on D&D, you guys traveled through a portal back to the normal modern day version of the estate, the ruined version, where you did some R&R, some rest and recovery. You met up with some people from the Branded Cross who were very confused as to what was going on, why you were gone for like a week, what is happening. You pretty much learned about the state of the outside world, that magic, fantasy stuff is becoming more prevalent in the modern day world. More portals are opening up all over the place, connecting the different planes together. And meeting up at the Branded Cross, you decided to continue your mission and head back into the manor, upon which you activated another teleportation circle that you found within the manor, and upon Cecil speaking the activation phrase, the teleportation circle tore another tear into reality, traveled you to another plane of existence, as you end up in the library again, but a different version of the library, a version that you have not been in before. And upon exiting out of this teleportation spell, you find yourself on a stone circle, where the teleportation circle used to be in the other version of the estate, with no teleportation circle here anymore on the floor. Cecil immediately notices that you cannot travel back from this circle. It doesn't have like any markings or engravings or magical arcane things to like power it on it. It is just a stone circle on the floor. And as you look
sure.
around this new place, you see that you are in a way more overgrown version of the library. There's plants and branches crawling everywhere along the walls, snaking their way up to the ceiling from the floor. Vine-covered walkways, and a big tree in the middle of the library that's on the ground floor. But he's so tall that you can see him from up on this balcony. You're almost like eye level with him, and you see that in its upper branches in the tree there are a whole bunch of little sprites fluttering about in the branches of this giant tree. There seems to be like a small sprite village growing in the upper branches. So yeah, you came out of a teleportation circle. You're suddenly here now in this overgrown version of the library. There's a big tree surrounded by like sprites fluttering through it. What do you do?
We're in a bit of a trouble here. We can't use the circle to go back.
Like looking at him, Jackie like reaches back. You know, like in like this Jurassic Park when Alan sees the dinosaur for the first time, like grabs his head and turns your head towards the tree and just points at it and goes, "I think we have bigger problems."
They're moving in herds. They do move in herds.
I think that
Doesn't
big
seem-
tree is reading a book. I am a little sick of all this weird shit.
It can't be that dangerous. So I mean, it looks peaceful.
It's reading one of its own kind.
You know.
That is like the equivalent of that is if you walked in on me with a flesh book.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing, a flesh book, like a necromancer book.
What the hell do you mean that's a thing?
Dude, not a fan of the term flesh book. Gonna just say that right now.
Skim book.
Oh dear. Why do you constantly keep talking as if you've known about magic for eons? I've lost Jackie's voice. I gotta get it back here.
I have known magic. I mean, I guess you could say I not known it. You know, that you don't really know anything when you're a little child, but you know, they've mostly been taught magic. I mean, magic has been in my entire life.
But you only have power because of the irregularity. Magic isn't a real thing.
Hey,
Right?
you told me when you heard a fireball at the big tree was not real.
Well, that's because of the irregularity. I didn't go and study at some fucking Hogwarts. It just
What is Hog-
was in
what
my
is
brain. We need to have a movie marathon.
Like, is there a time and place to be discussing this in front of the big tree? We should try talking to it first. Maybe it won't eat us alive.
Fine. You seem to know more about magic than we do. You all right, AJ? You haven't really been saying much this past day.
Yeah.
In fact, pretty much since you've been resurrected, you've been acting a little odd.
I'm good.
Did you ever see the way they resurrected you?
No,
Well, he
I
was
was
dead.
kind of dead.
Like, did you see the guy who resurrected you? Did he have a scroll
Nope.
to use, or
Nope. I didn't see anything.
But you think that he had like an outer body experience seeing them resurrect him?
I'm
and
not
also
Doctor
like
Strange.
resurrected immediately woke up, like saw who resurrected him, or maybe what they used.
I think in the story I woke up like a week later.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
You were put in a coffin,
Yeah.
like some sort of magical coffin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, we didn't see you for a week. That is correct.
Indeed.
All right, magic boy, go talk to the tree then.
Magic boy.
Okay, maybe in like the position like right here, Griss.
Okay.
Excuse me, could you understand my language? I'll try to shout to the big tree.
In what language
I'm
do
gonna
you
get ready to
shout
throw a
at the big
firebolt.
tree?
What is it, Griss?
With what language do you shout at the big tree? Are you just speaking English, quote unquote, common?
Common, yeah. If that doesn't work, then I'll try the other languages I know.
Yeah. He like closes his book, very slowly like raises his head towards you. He's like at eye level directly with you. Yes, I can hear you. And he looks like this.
Am I... That's even more creepy looking. Am I correct to assume we're in the Feywild?
Yes, that is correct. How did you get here? There was a white flash of light, and suddenly you were standing there on the balcony.
To use the magic circle light down on the balcony, even though it seems like that shouldn't have worked because it's broken.
The magic circle, that has indeed been broken for a long, long time.
If you don't mind me asking, is there a master of the house? Someone maybe who's in control?
A master?
Maybe someone who also shouldn't be here but is here? Is your husband home?
Is your husband home? There are many others here, but none that I consider my master.
Well, maybe not your master, but anybody who claims to own this manor. Oh, actually, maybe anyone with the family name of Corvinaris.
Corvinaris. That name does not ring a bell.
Who gave you that book there? Who owns those books?
They were here, in this place.
So you do not own the place that you're currently residing in?
No, I suppose all you see here, in the manor and beyond in this realm, belongs to the Fey Lord. To the Lord of the Fey,
Fey
rather.
Lord.
It's kind of hard to remember. Have I ever even heard of the term Fey realm, Fey Lord, and shit before?
The
As
guy that we helped
Jackie-
get back to the fair and mentioned it.
No.
Yeah. As Jackie Daytona, as a normal human bartender, there was some mention about Fey stuff when you found the fountain in the backyard. I don't know if more got explained to you then, but other than that, I don't think you would have come into contact with any Fey stuff.
No. I have no idea what that is. What the hell is a Fey Lord?
You could say he is the guardian, protector of this this part of the realm.
And this realm is...
The Fey realm.
Fair realm.
Right.
You said there were others here. Could you point out where they are?
Well, I cannot move. I am rooted here within the library.
Okay. I guess we will have to look for them. Alright, but before we go, is there anything we should watch out for in this manor? Any monsters lurking about or creatures we probably not face?
Many creatures and critters from the Fey realm occupy this estate. all fall under the protection of the Lord of the Fae. As long as you do not disturb or harm any of the creatures, they should not be an issue.
Okay.
Well then,
There's
I've got
Secret entrance here, Chris.
I've got a book to continue to. Yeah, it's the exact
Yeah,
same as the
God.
other version of the manor. You immediately find like how you opened it in the other in the ruined version of the manor and the shade version of the manor. It opens with the same like lever, just slides open and reveals some stairs. AJ and Des, what are the two of you doing while Cecil and Jackie make their way down the stairs?
Furious makeout session. Furious makeout session.
No.
No.
I'm gonna follow the rest.
Okay.
Same.
Could you open also the secret door in the first floor, Gus?
Yes. I am changing map. We are now on the first floor. Activate. Door open.
Okay, I guess we're on his level now.
Yes, you are at his like feet, where his like roots are stuck into the ground.
That's just a tree thing, right? That's not a creature, right?
I think so.
Right.
This is the Fae, to be honest. Anything could be a creature.
Poke, 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 poke. Pokety poke.
You are poking. Okay. This grand entryway is dominated by a massive tree which grows out of a massive stone planter barely large enough to contain its trunk. Coiled around this tree is a stone statue of a dragon with its greater feathered wings spread out over the foyer. Great gnarled roots have crawled out of the planter and now offer to catch the feet of anyone not paying attention to where they step. The walls are adorned with paintings and tapestries, while the ceiling is crisscrossed with encroaching ivy and vines from the floor above, all of blooming with countless bright and strange flowers.
Maybe
It
we
does
should
not
check,
seem to be real.
yeah, maybe we should check the area where we found Corinne and the lady of the house. Maybe there's a different version of them in the same place.
With your
The master's
Perhaps.
bedroom might be a good place to start.
with your natural affinity for magic, Cecil, you pick up that magic seems to suffuse the area. It has no specific source or school. It appears to be naturally occurring magic, strange as that may be.
Okay. So, to use and detect magic will just leave you blind.
Like a flashbang.
Yeah. Okay, I think that was the room the lady of the house mostly stayed in.
Actually, I think it was to the right.
I think this.
That appears to be
Yeah.
some sort of bar area.
Yeah. Cecil got it
Yeah,
correct.
I mean, this is it, but it looks a bit different.
Oh,
The hallways of the Fey
maybe
Manor.
what goes.
The hallways of the Fey Manor are in surprisingly good shape overall, with rather minimal wear or damage, though the plaster is cracked in places and the wood has seen better days. Everything is clean and polished, as well as it can be. The vast carpets that run in all directions is well worn from the footsteps of countless beings, but is clean and rests upon polished marble that is equally worn but well cared for. Warm light fills the hallways from numerous glowing glass orb lanterns affixed to the walls. And the room that you have entered itself, this large L-shaped lounge is cozy and inviting, with worn but well cared for furnishings. Several walls feature wall-length bookshelves holding countless books for guests to peruse. A long carpet running the main length of the room, and over it are 4 small loungers with accompanying side tables. They are all arranged to watch a small stage with a piano and a standing harp, ready for impromptu performances. In another corner is a messy bar, stocked with impressive selection of drinks, 2 giant kegs on stands, and enough seating for 8. A goblin staffer mans the bar, ready to serve whatever guests ask for, free of charge. Are you still following along, AJ?
Yeah.
This is
As
the
far
room,
as Cecil.
but she is not here. Okay.
Why would she be here? It's a different world.
I thought maybe different version of her would be here. Like how a manor has a different version for each realm.
Ah, guests, welcome. Have a seat. What's your drink of choice? Yells over the goblin from behind the bar as soon as he spots you.
Bacardi Breezer.
Oh, I don't know what that is. What kind of drink does it contain?
An alcoholic one that tastes fruity.
A fruity cocktail? I can whip something up for you. It won't be exactly what you said it was going to be, but I can make it work.
Very well. I shall try your alcoholic beverage.
He grabs a few vials of different colored liquids, pours them all together in a single big wooden cup, puts his hand on top of it, shakes it all together, sprinkles a little bit of dust in it, slides it over to you. Here you go, enjoy your drink.
That dust didn't look anything like the dust from the pixies that were being used for the drugs, right? Something made AJ crack addicted.
It looked sparkly, definitely fey in origin, similar to the fairy dust, but you couldn't tell if it was the exact same or not.
Barely.
You didn't put any drugs in this, did you? What was that sprinkly stuff?
Any drugs? Oh no. Well, I guess that depends on what you consider drugs. But the sprinkly stuff is a powdery substance we get from crushing up the plants outside in the greenhouse. It adds a delicious flavor to the drinks.
I'll give it a little sniff and a swill, Griss, and if it seems alright, I'll drink it.
Okay. Do me perception, I guess, with your sniff and swill as you use your senses to see if it seems okay.
Yeah. It would help if I had my sheet open, wouldn't it? Perception.
What about you, the one with the majestic hat? What is your poison of choice?
I'll pass.
Hemlock.
We'll need to stay sober up for our mission.
We do.
14. Yeah, you swirl it around, you give it a sniff. You honestly have no idea what this drink is that he made for you, but it doesn't seem poisonous or bad for you. At least one doesn't seem bad for you. So you take you take a sip of it, Jackie, and it does indeed taste very fruity, a very fruity cocktail. I don't know if that is to Jackie's taste.
Yeah. This is simply marvelous, AJ. You must simply try some of this man's cocktails.
I'm alright.
Ah, there is more of you, more guests.
Yeah, 4 of us to be exact.
I see. Drinks for the other
Yeah.
guests as well?
I'm
No, for me,
He
alright.
doesn't seem to want any. Now it seems I'm the only one drinking. You're all no fun.
It might be rude of me to ask, but it seems from the way you greet us that rarely anybody comes in this manner. Comes to this manner.
We rarely get guests, this is true, and the occasional hoodlums, I call them, the occasional groups of adventurers, they call themselves, that end up in this place, they're never friendly to a goblin. I don't know why, and he like spits in his wooden cup as he like cleans it up.
I wonder why.
Who employs you to serve this bar?
Who pays the bills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, I don't exactly get paid in money, but I get paid free stay here in the manor and safety and the like. There are a few people that oversee this realm. There is Kyrneros. He big antler man, scary. They call him the Lord of Fae. He is. You don't want to mess with him. I'll tell you that. But there is also
Does he specifically protect this manor or the entire Fae realm?
From what I understand, it's kind of like gang territory. This whole pocket of the Fae is his like territory.
Domain.
His domain, you could say. Yes, exactly.
It's Phantom.
And welcome to my Jujutsu Kaisen roleplay. But yeah, there's Kaidaros. Want to be careful with him. It's the big boss, you could say. There's his right hand or left hand, depending on how you see it. Lady that assists him in the matters of this place, called Sadia. She calls herself the Seneschal of the Fae. Don't know what a Seneschal means, so he kind of shrugs. And then there is also Elsiet. She calls herself the Lady of the Fae.
Okay. Is there anybody in the manor with the last name Corvinaris? By any chance?
Corvinaris? I'm not...
Give him a sudden accent all of a sudden.
Corvinaris!
I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Oh, doesn't ring a bell. Who's that?
Supposedly the family that owned this manor.
Ah, interesting. New management?
I wouldn't call it that.
Say, is one of you's a musician or an entertainer, perhaps? We've been looking for some people to perform on the stage to jazz this place up a bit.
Who's we?
Me and the other goblin staff members. We work in shifts. You'll see some of them around.
Like, like sort of butlers around?
I'm afraid not, my good man.
I mean, I do have proficiency.
Unless AJ and Des have a secret talent that not told me about.
Butlers? I suppose we are like butlers. We are the staff
Let me
of
have a
this
look.
manor. What are you?
I mean,
What are you looking for?
sure, if you want somebody to play some music, we can give it a shot.
Oh, we're about to Persona 4 this shit.
What?
Okay, Jackie and Cecil. Well, at the bar, would you like to be a perception test? I put it in the chat. I think you should be able to roll it from there.
A perception?
Oh,
2010.
Not 20.
a 15 and a net 20. So yeah, both of you see that there is a wide range of spirits available to drink. All of them fairy variants of more commonly encountered spirits and beers. The goblin bartender seems to be happy enough to provide anyone with drinks. With your 15 and your 21, you also see that there is a separate case of a liquid, of a brew that is being kept separately from everything else. That the goblin has not brought up or anything, but you definitely spot it behind the counter.
What about that one, my good man? What does that taste like?
Which one? I see. You have a good eye. It is well, I've not named it yet. Amongst the goblin staff, we just called it a strange brew. It's if you'll drink one of these, it'll relax you something fine.
Sounds like marijuana. I'll give it a go.
Well, there are 3 choices. You can have the strange brew, a fey brandy, or something strong.
Why can I not have all 3?
I'm more than happy to serve all 3 of them to you, sir, but I recommend only drinking one. They pack a kick. They pack a punch.
I'm a barman, sir. I am insulted. Do you think I cannot handle my alcohol? I will take the first one, and then I will take the second one, and then the third.
Okay.
I'll see how
Watch
this
me
lasts.
die. Yeah, I'm gonna die here. It was nice knowing you guys.
First up, he slides over
Alcohol
a strange brew.
poisoning.
This sturdy tankard contains a funky and earthly ale that has a savory quality to it, like drinking a delicious broth. While it is a bit like a dark ale mixed with dry mushrooms, it's got a nice punch and would make a filling stand-in for a meal.
I shall drink it.
Okay. Drinking this counts as having eaten a full package of rations for the day. So you're completely filled up for the day.
Oh.
You're no longer hungry if you were.
Nice.
Convenient.
And now the Fey, other Fey
Oh god, I gotta dance.
You feel a powerful urge to dance. Whether it's a little shuffle and boogie or elaborate routine, you've just got this urge to move. You can't resist it, but it's difficult.
I'm gonna go up and start doing a funky dance to the harp. Boom, 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 boom.
Nice. Seems like the strange brew has kicked in. His brandy and something strong is still on the counter here. Would you like to partake? Hatted gentleman?
I'm not sure if I want to get drunk near Jackie. So I'll pass.
How about the ones lounging in the lounge chairs? Would you want a drink?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. What drinks do you have? What drinks?
Oh, your friend there drank my patented strange brew. Copyright. We also have Fey. We also have Fey branding and something strong. Yeah, trademarked, not copyrighted. Other thing.
I take something strong.
Something strong. Okay. The small, decorated shot glass contains a swig of something. A powerful shot of a fairy alcohol is contained within. Oh my god. Jackie is dancing amazing.
Nat 20.
It's
Getting-
popping and locking.
So yeah,
I'm crunk I'm crunk with me, sweetie.
this goblin slides over a small, shot glass to you, AJ.
Okay.
Do you down the shot?
Okay, yeah.
As you drink it, it goes down real smooth. It's real nice tasting. You gain 1d4 temporary hit points. You gain 3 temporary hit points upon drinking something strong.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that it?
How did you like that shot? That's it.
It's alright. Kind of weak.
Kind of weak. Oh, would you want another?
No, I'm alright.
Okay, well, I'm here if you need any drinks or if you just want to chat. It's mighty lonely over here.
What
I
about
have
the other
lore.
staff members?
I swear I've got lore.
What about the other staff members? Don't they hang around here as well?
They're around. They're, doing staff things.
When was the last time you saw them?
Is Jackie playing the harp or just dancing near the harp?
I'm playing the harp
question.
and going like I'm playing the harp and then imagine he's just sort of like shaking his little booty. He's going to boom 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 boom. Oh no,
Okay.
it doesn't sound as good in his head as it actually is. It's like just a harp.
I'm walking up to the piano.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh yeah.
AJ's going for the piano.
Also do be a performance for that piano. Oh. Not good at all. It's rough. It's like.
I swear I could play piano before I died.
Let's make this shit show worse. I'll grab the loot, Gus.
Okay, you grab the loot.
Show worse.
Show for death.
15.
Hey.
A 15. You play the lute excellently. You the combined roll of the lute and the harp drowns out the terrible piano. So all in all, it all comes together, and it's like a nice upbeat little melody. The goblin staff member, he's kind of like bopping up and down behind his desk, like, yeah, that's it, that's right. He's like snapping his fingers. Some
Yeah,
good shit.
pop it, twist it. I better boogie my way over here and fit down my my other drink that he put out. Glug glug glug.
Drunk.
It's gonna be the Frey brand you want.
Yeah. Brandy time.
You're grabbing another drink?
Yeah, you said I had another drink for me, so I'll have that
Yeah.
brandy. I'm a barman. I'm not going to waste a drink.
The brandy. A cinch serving of high-end Fey brandy. It smells of peaches, fig, and apples.
That sounds very nice.
You drink it down?
Mm-hmm.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir.
A 10. Okay. You fall asleep at the bar. Bonk. Just head down on the bar,
Oh,
seemingly in a deep
Seemingly.
sleep. You obviously don't know this, but you are in a magical sleep for 7 hours.
Oh god.
I'm just going to mute myself, please. I'll see you next session.
I guess we'll stop
Drink
playing
the
the
same
music as soon as Jackie just drops on the bar.
Yeah, like a drunk, like lean forward onto the bar, like snoring, like slightly. Looks
like
like
what
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just like I like to imagine it's more like a rag doll, where it's like the knees are sort of buckled on the chair,
yes.
and like my arms just slump backwards, and my head's just go. Blah.
looks like that was one too many for your friend. This face stuff can be tricky.
Can you wake him up?
I want to
AJ?
roam.
Oh, don't.
You want the brandy as well?
Hit me. Yeah.
Yeah, he pours you a brandy. Same constitution check. Constitution save, rather.
You give me a sec.
A12. You also fall asleep.
Yay.
Yes.
I never asked this goblin's name, did he? Is he going to reveal it? Is he going to be revealed to be Bill Cosby?
Oh no. You see, so first you see Jackie.
You now.
You see
You
Jackie
wake
at
up
the
with your pants around your ankles.
You see Jackie at the bar, down this brandy, immediately like falls over like asleep on the desk. You see AJ walk up to the desk, drink the same drink, immediately falls over asleep at the desk. Cecil and Des, what do you do upon seeing this?
What the fuck did you give them?
Brandy.
Man, I'm glad I was not the one that got knocked out instead of Jackie. Holy, I'm glad. Okay, we're just trying to wake them up.
How would you go about trying to wake them up?
Slap them.
Both of them? Like, are you
AJ
winding up
for
like...
now.
Are you winding up like one slap and you just go like two of them in a row?
I'm just using my most powerful attacks on them. Like the normal way of waking them up, shaking them, I'll slap, something like that.
Yeah, you try to wake up AJ first, you said? AJ first, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you shake him, you like rustle him around like how you would wake a person up, you give him like some taps on the cheeks. AJ, you do wake up as Cecil is shaking you about, but you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay, well,
I'll do that.
could
I'll
you
do
add it
this
to my
into
sheet
Jackie.
because my finger broke.
Okay. I don't use exhaustion that often. I don't actually know where it is on the sheet.
Left hand side, I think.
No,
Yeah.
that's just your picture.
It's the dots.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, perfect. You do the same thing to Jackie, Cecil?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie wakes up. You also
Leave
have
it-
1
leave him
level of
awake.
exhaustion.
Let's slap him back.
What the fuck?
It's a reflex, sorry.
The doors to the room swing open, and this bland, elven-looking lady walks in. She's like, "What is happening in here? What was that music?"
What?
That was
we did pretty well.
that was the battle theme from Persona 4.
And you see her. The battle
thing
team.
have titties. I think I drank too much.
The battle team
You
from
did.
I would have
Persona.
planted tits.
Who are you?
I just
Adventure.
on a regular human bartender, very sleepy.
He's drunk, just ignore him. We're adventurers.
Adventurers? What has brought you to this place?
That's a
Magic.
long story.
How did the goblin give you alcohol?
No.
Hmm.
I mean, he's a bartender. Is he supposed to give alcohol?
I suppose so, but not really to outsiders. It's more for the occupants of the estate, you could say.
Don't mean to be rude, but do you drink alcohol? I mean, you look more like a plant to me than a humanoid.
Why do you have tits?
I can put away quite a few of alcohol. Why are you challenging me to a drink-off?
I'm not getting involved in this. I'm just going to watch how it unfolds.
And well, yes, I have a female form. Tits, as you say.
Why? You're a plant.
Why not?
Because they're for milk.
What conversation is that?
I'm just gonna gas the barman for another drink.
Well, of all the people that have wandered into this place, adventurers and the like, you are definitely a unique bunch.
I mean, how so?
None of the other ones have asked me about my tits.
That's just him. He's the only weird one like that.
Oh, I see. Have you seen Usk?
Shut up, you twig.
Usk?
Yes,
The butler?
our butler.
See, I told you there's gonna be like different versions of them here.
See, I told you so.
Good for you, magic boy. Goblin, give me another one of that first drink.
We haven't really seen anyone, to be honest, other than the goblin and the big tree in the library.
Okay, I've got a little blurb here where it's like the first time seeing her. Gorgeous. That is the first word that comes to your mind when you see her. The woman before you wears an expression of mild surprise mixed with unfettered curiosity and a smile that would melt hearts. Her chin slowly tilts to the left, and in a voice that would be at home on any theatrical stage inquires, "Yes, may I help you?" The tone is soft, gentle, and musical, and embedded with every possible bit of subtext, with a single, unmistakable meaning. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
Well.
If you excuse us, we have a bit of questions of our own.
Now, she asked first.
I mean, we don't know where Usk is. We know where Usk is, not where an Usk in this realm would be.
We're just here. We got here through portals. I'm Des, that's Cecil, that's Jackie, and that's AJ, Des says while lounging casually and pointing to his various companions.
He's just like spread out on the lounge, like, that's my friends over there.
Yep.
I see. Getting comfortable, are we?
Out of a nice lingerie.
Jackie's asking the real questions. But yeah, we'll answer her question about Usk we don't know where Usk is. And Usk of the Feywild would be.
Strange. Normally when outsiders find themselves within the manor, Usk has a way of finding them and making sure that they get introduced correctly to the occupants of this place. I suppose it is possible that he is currently occupied. I have not seen him all day.
Can you describe how he looks? Does he look similar to you? More plant-like?
No, he is, he has a pale bluish skin, elven-like ears, pointed ears, long black hair, wears a raven cloak.
Yeah, she is talking about the one in the Shadowfell.
I will say the Usk that you know from the other manor does not have blue skin.
Isn't it like pale bluish?
He's pale, but not blue.
Okay, so it could be like a different person. All right. If you don't mind me asking, is there someone who claims to be Lord of the Manor? Someone who also shouldn't be here, but somehow appeared here?
An outsider calling himself Lord of the Manor? Not that I have heard of. That news like that would travel quite fast, I suppose.
Has anyone with the name Corvinaris ever showed up in the manor?
Corvinaris. She has like a
I
good
forgot
long
what the
think.
other name was.
Does not ring a bell. I believe I've seen the name appear in notes and paintings along the manor.
Yeah, we're trying to look for a certain Corvinaris to resolve an issue, family issue, one could say.
I suppose it is us, the occupants of the Fae, that rule over this manor now. From how the Lord of the Fae tells it, this estate just appeared within the Fae realm at a long while ago, completely empty of occupants, and we have claimed it.
Completely empty? What about
So
the magic
says the
circle in
Lord.
the library? Was it always broken?
Woodfellow in the library, the big tree man, if you have been there, he claims that the circle was once a working teleportation circle, but it has been broken for as long as I can remember.
Okay. Is there any other magical circles in the manor?
Oh, there are many places of magic within the manor. Don't know if there are other magical circles, but there are definitely places within this estate where the arcane magics are stronger than they normally should be within the Fae realm.
What was it? The room? Was it the Lord of the Manor bedroom or the Master bedroom? Was it that had the magic circle? I'll ask her if we can have access to the Master bedroom.
I think it was like the bedroom just above you. I'm just quickly gonna go have a look on the map.
I think it was on the second floor, yeah. With like the ballroom with the all weird ghost that appeared and disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah. Master bedroom. So, what exactly do you ask her? If you can go to that specific room?
Actually, I want to ask if I can go to I'll ask her if we're allowed to go just into any room in the manor, or is there places off limits?
Well, first let me, first things first, let's do this officially. Allow me to formally welcome you to the Raventree Estate. I am Sadia, Seneschal and Confidant of the Lady Elsiet. As I understand it, you would like to have access to the estate and its rooms. If you could provide some aid to us and our household, we will exchange it for our hospitality.
Aid?
What
Sure,
kinds?
what do you need aid with?
I do happen to have a few tasks which would benefit from a deft, uninvolved hand.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, I have quite a matters I could use assistance with, though a few come to mind which might be of the best benefit, especially if you do not personally need to be involved. I've done my best to manage them, but frankly, I'd be happy to have an outside force nudge things a bit and see what comes loose. She looks ready to continue, but hesitates a fraction of a moment, seeming to remember something. And so that we're very much thinking the same way, I hope that it needs not to be said that I do not consider violence an acceptable way to nudge things. Any act that results in chaos, destruction, or death in this estate will be taken as a personal slight against me, and I do not take these insults slightly.
You mean lightly?
Lightly. Her tone indicates a dire warning and deadly seriousness. Find diplomatic answers if you can.
Okay. Well, what's the problem to begin with?
And I have 3 tasks that I could use some assistance with. The tasks I have at hand are 2 of our guests, some friends of mine, in fact, are both overdue. They're overdue because they're busy shouting at each other from opposite sides of a pond in the maze. I don't have the time or, frankly, the patience to go figure out what set them off this time. I had been hoping they would have dropped it and come inside by now, but it's been a day and they still haven't shown up.
Okay. We can give that a shot.
We could certainly investigate it if you like.
Yes. Other than them, there is one of our household pets, an outdoor pet, that has managed to wander inside since its keeper disappeared some time ago. I would very much appreciate someone escorting the thing outside.
What kind of pet are we talking about here? A pet dragon? A pet lion? What are we talking about?
Are you familiar with a shambler?
A zombie.
Not really.
Not a zombie, no, not an undead creature. It's more floral, made out of plant matter.
Aha.
Interesting.
You call that a pet?
Yes, well, an outside pet.
Okay.
And creepy.
They are
Sure,
a bit
just
creepy.
forcing it out.
I can see it, but I do love them.
Okay, I mean,
And what would
Well,
happen
you-
if we end up hitting it?
Well, as I stated before, if you use violence, cause death, chaos, or destruction, it will be taken as a personal slight against me.
Understood.
Okay.
And the last of the tasks that I could use some assistance with is we are very accommodating to those who wish to visit, and we always welcome guests who are well behaved, especially. But a rather large group of visiting satyrs have overtaken our audience chamber, unused for some time as Our Lady has been otherwise occupied.
wait, you also want us to kick the satyrs out, or?
Yes, they have overstayed their welcome.
What if we just make them
Uh,
behave instead of leave?
Any way you wish to solve these issues, I'll leave into your deft hands.
I have a question.
Yes?
What about if they attack us first? Are we allowed to defend ourselves?
Act in self-defense.
Unless provoked, nothing should really attack you first, unprovoked. But if a hostile creature or entity ends up being within the manor that is outwardly hostile at first glance, you are absolutely allowed to defend yourself in that case. I do not know of
What
such
about
an
these,
entity within the estate at the moment, but this is the Fey Realm. There are dangerous creatures that linger here.
Okay, but I'm on about like if these people that you want us to kick out gets annoyed and start attacking us, yeah, are we allowed to defend ourselves?
As I said before, you are in no way allowed to use violence to solve these issues. If the occupants attack you, you are allowed to defend yourself. But I will not have blood spilled onto the terrain.
Okay, so just to be clear, you want us to stop 2 of your workers from fighting each other. You also want us to kick a shambling amount out. You also want us to either make the
2 guests, friends of mine.
Okay, guests. And you want the what were they called, Chris?
The satyrs?
Satyrs, yeah. You want us to either make the satyrs behave or get out?
Yes. Sort out my friends that have been yelling at each other for a day now. Get the outdoor pet that has managed to get indoors back outdoors, and try to get rid of the satyrs or tell them to behave themselves.
Okay. I think we can manage that if you can allow us to have access to the full manor.
If you can help with any of these tasks, I would be more than happy then to reward your group with accommodations and stay within the manor for as long as you'd like. You can partake in all the food and drink that we have upon the premises.
Okay. One last question. Is there a big tree outside, like in this general direction? Outside in the forest, like outside where the fountain should be.
Yes, there is a big tree out there.
Are we allowed to inspect that, or is that off limit?
If you make yourself past the manor grounds to the north, you will reach the Dreaming Grove. It is somewhat of a you could call it holy ground, I suppose, for the creatures of the Fae here.
Alright. And are we allowed near it or off limits?
If you manage to do these jobs for us and behave well according to our agreed terms, you are free to explore the Dreaming Grove as well.
Sounds like a deal to me. If everyone else is up for it.
Alright.
Very good. I will be returning back to my office, which is just down the hall from here. Her office is this room, if you see that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can always find me there if I am not roaming the estate. If you have anything to report or have dealt with any of the tasks, come and see me there.
Alright.
She takes her leave.
Should we start by resolving the shouting match outside?
Well, we can try.
Are you two done drinking? Did they pass out again, Chris?
Did you drink another of the brandy?
No.
Okay, so they'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So...
Lead the way.
Sadia has a predicament. 2 guests have failed to arrive at the manor as expected and were last seen shouting at one another in the maze.
The maze it is.
You make your way to the maze. I will
Are
just.
these like actual people or animated armor?
They are house guards, and they are actual people. If you consider hobgoblins people, I suppose that's more up to you. But they are.
Whoa,
They
whoa,
are,
whoa, 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 whoa.
They are humanoids.
You want us to move in there, or just gonna like grab our tokens and teleport us?
Yeah. Jackie is be right back, so I'm just gonna take him with us. AJ, are you going with Cecil and Des towards
Yeah.
the maze? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The grounds activate. Now, are they actually gonna be pre-placed here somewhere, or am I gonna have to like put them down? Said that they were yelling at each other from across the lake, right?
Yeah, or fountain. She said fountain, I think. I'm not sure if there's a lake in the maze.
Okay. Yeah, I see them. Okay, cool. I know where they are. Control V. There we go. That is the party. Is the map loaded?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just
least for me.
picked to make sure you see where you are.
I'm assuming we're gonna hear their shouting out here.
Yeah, you hear like muffled shouting coming from somewhere within the hedge page up ahead.
Let's go
Muffled
find.
shouting.
Yeah, let's go find where the hell they are.
The maze is a confusing labyrinth of leafy yellow hedges, covered in a soft yellow flowers. They easily tower over a grown human, and are impossibly thick so as to prevent movement through them. The ground is covered in a soft layer of leaves, red and yellow and orange. They crunch pleasantly underfoot as you walk. Every few steps punctuated with a soft squish as you crush the numerous little red mushrooms that dot the path, some of them as big as your fist. The tall crimson trees rustle in the breeze, providing welcome shade from the dappled golden sunlight that filters through their branches.
If this is exactly
Yeah.
the same as the previous one, though, we could easily just,
Well, some stuff will change, so the maze might have changed as well.
Yeah. So do you retrace your steps?
Well, we don't know where they are exactly. We're not trying to find the exit of the maze. We're trying to find both people shouting.
So the maze is like single file. So Cecil, you are in front, I suppose, of the row of people. You are trying to make your way towards the noise of the people you can hear shouting at each other in the distance. The direction of the noise is coming from directly north of where you currently are.
Okay, so I'm assuming this way we go then.
Yeah, directly up. It's compared to the creepy version of the maze you've been through in the past, this one is quite nice and pleasant. The leaves crush under your feet, birds are fluttering about, leaves rustling in the wind. It's a nice, like, sunny day out.
Oh, nice.
It feels nice and relaxing. No weird, like, little, as far as you can tell, no weird little creatures that try to pull you into the hedges.
double check.
I'll try to keep going north.
Yeah,
Closer to the noise.
still up. Now the noise is coming from your left.
Okay. Some of the walls here are very confusing.
It seems like it's coming from above you. As you make your way through the opening in In the maze, you see a little lake, a secluded pond. The small pond is hidden away in a secluded corner of the manor. Its still waters hidden beneath a thick curtain of lily pads. The water is a deep green, and though it is clear enough to see the bottom, there is definite murkiness to it. A row of poles runs through the center of the pond, each toppled with an unlit candle. On either side of the pond, on small platforms sits a mermaid and a hag. Both women look deeply irritated and are glaring at each other from their perches.
Yeah, Chris, really? How can I have to deal with that?
So you see a hag and a mermaid yelling at each other. Okay, so
You shut up with the shut up. You shut up with the shut up.
Cecil went through the hedge mage in the direction of the voices. AJ and Des, would you have just followed Cecil? Are you going your own direction in the hedge mage?
I'd follow him.
Okay. I will put you guys with him on the map. And I see that Jackie has made his way to the little building that was on the other side of the...
Yeah, the dude's house that he...
Yeah, the satyr's house.
Yeah, and then he left, so I want to see if he's here in this world too.
With a 17, you successfully open the door. This house is the house is a circular room that is dark and dank. Every space is filled with unpleasantness. The wood floor is stained with blood, and cobwebs line the ceiling.
Oh no.
Stairs in the corner lead up to a door, and another door sits across the room at floor level. A large fireplace with a bubbling cauldron sits against one wall. Beside it is a table of spoiling food left to mingle with blood and slime, rendering all of it inedible. At the center of the room is a round table with rotted brains sitting to molder on wooden plates. There are 4 chairs around the table with a few extra rusting iron cages waiting for additional guests.
Get for the guests.
Yeah. So I guess what I was describing to you was more like the main room than the side room you were in. Yeah.
Okay, I think I hop over that bear trap and don't just step in it.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, let's go upstairs then and see if there's anyone home. I pull out my weapon. Pull out my gun. Yeah! Okay, no one's home.
No one's home. The air in the room is close and stagnant, as though it has not been moved in some time. The windows are shuttered, and the only light comes from a small fire burning in the grate. The wardrobe is closed but cluttered, as though the owner cannot make up their minds about what to wear. The bed is unmade, the sheets and blankets in a tangled mess covered in suspect stains which continue onto the floor, or vice versa. You open the window a little bit, let some fresh air in from the outside. It definitely helps with the weird smell that hangs in this place.
Said the fire is still going, which means they could come back at any point. Great.
How much
search the
is
room
your
quickly and get the fuck out of here.
How much is your passive perception, Jackie?
My passive is perception. 10 plus 5.
So 15.
It's a plus 5 and then it says beside 10. So this is it.
Oh, so just 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's just 10 then, yeah.
Okay, then you have to make a perception roll to spot this thing.
Okay.
Ooh. A dirty 20. The wardrobe holds some useful items which can be claimed, but is otherwise not interesting. Most of the clothing held inside is ratty and stained. The items you find in the wardrobe is a loose bunch of hempen rope, 50 feet, 7 candles, a single bedroll, a piece of chalk, a vial of antitoxin, and a vial of acid.
I'll take the vial and the chalk.
Okay. You take the vial of... so there's a vial of antitoxin and a vial of acid.
Both.
Do you take both of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Putting that on your sheet. Not too sure where it's gonna go. I'm just dragging it over. And the chalk.
Why is it
Yeah,
that
I'll
your
do that.
passive skills and AJ passive skills is weird?
What do you mean?
I thought the passive was like 10 plus the whatever modifier you have on it. Not 5 plus the modifier.
It depends on your main stat.
But
So it
isn't
should
it
be
by default 10 plus your modifier?
Yeah, so it should be your 10 plus your charisma modifier. So for you, Cecil, it is 10 plus 1, so it should be 11.
Yeah, but for Jackie it's like 5 plus 10 and it's 10. And him for AJ, their passives are weird. They like start from 5 instead of from 10.
Oh, I see. Your charisma is plus 1, Jackie, and you have a 10 on. It should be 11. I'm not too sure what causes that. Maybe you have a -1 passive perception because of the helmet or something? Not too sure. Oh! I think it's actually the exhaustion that is like lowering your stuff at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the exhaustion is messing with the stats. Same for AJ.
There you go.
Okay, so Jackie, while you are rummaging through this house, we're gonna go back to the pond. So AJ, Cecil, and Des, you see this hidden away, very nice, serene pond with just this hag and mermaid dead staring at each other, just like yelling obscenities. What do you do?
What are they yelling? And what language are they yelling at?
Those are all good questions. Putting new audio on. Within the secluded grove, in the hedge maze, an otherwise serene pond has the lapping of its shores punctuated periodically by shrieking, angry bickering voices. Didn't take it! Whines on musical voice. I know you did, just admit it! Howls another, somewhat deeper and raspy. And you come into view of the rather beautiful landscape, otherwise serene pond. A row of decorative pillars runs through the center, each topped with a candle. In opposition on the east and west side of the pond, 2 stone platforms sit. Atop the platforms in the west, the stunning form of a red-haired mermaid sits, looking quite put out and trying to stay damp by keeping to the shade. In the east, a sneering sea hag looms. Periodically, one or the other begins shouting, and the argument starts all over again.
We're not killing anyone because they said no violence.
Had you two calm down a bit?
Who are you to telling us to calm down?
We were sent here by say that was her name, to try to quarrel this conflict.
Quell.
And they
We're
just-
men. We have authority over you.
They just both turn to face you, and they start yelling over each other. She took my... Never did anything wrong. Won't give it. She's a total manatee.
One person at a time.
Just go home.
Who's claiming that someone took something?
As
Is it the hag
they
saying the
realize
mermaid?
that they are just yelling over each other, and you tell them to quiet down, they just kind of like sulk and glower at each other.
Who was saying that the other took something? Was it the hag saying that the mermaid took something, or was it the mermaid saying the hag took something?
The hag is saying that the mermaid took something.
I'll point to her. Okay, can you start?
She's a thief!
Tell us what happened.
Stucky
How so?
raises her voice for the last word, so that it can be clearly heard across the pond, as the mermaid immediately goes, I'm not! Offers the upset mermaid.
Why are you saying
What
she's a
are you
thief?
accusing her of stealing?
She stole my orb and won't give it back to me. It can cure me!
An orb? Can you
My
describe how the
orb!
orb looks?
It's round and ball-shaped.
If she
color
stole it, where is she
specifically.
keeping it?
I don't know what she did with it. She took it.
Assuming you are gonna say that you didn't take it.
I don't have any stupid orb. She's just angry that she's an ugly old hag. I have absolutely nothing to do with. She immediately gets interrupted by the hag. You absolutely did. Why else would you refuse to give me my orb? She says in all caps.
Can we at least just roll an insight on what the mermaid said?
I don't care about your stupid curse. I don't have your stupid orb. So just let me leave. No!
Yeah, can I at least roll an insight to see if the mermaid is lying?
Okay.
About not having the orb.
Roll me an insight.
That one.
I mean, where's she gonna hide it?
At nat 20.
That's what I was saying.
Does she have a butt?
Oh no. So, wrists.
Okay, you did a nat 20 on your insight check?
Yeah.
Interesting.
If you roll a 20, your eyes explode.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, you definitely succeed your insight check. But it doesn't. You notice that Stucky, the hag, is obviously distraught and over and on edge over the whole situation. But there is a clear lucidity in her eyes. She's not crazy. She's just angry. Whether she's right or wrong, though, that is a separate topic. And that is my answer
Alright.
for your insight check. There is no.
The mermaid.
There's
Allow
no
me to
other version
rephrase
for
it.
the mermaid.
You can't tell if she's crazy or if she's just your average woman.
Okay.
Allow me to rephrase it. If the mermaid took your orb, where is she hiding it? I don't see any pockets on that tail.
Probably that obvious chest under the water.
You
on that
definitely,
pedestal.
Yeah, you definitely do not see an orb on the mermaid's belongings. Don't know where she could possibly put it.
I think I do.
Is it that thing in the water?
It looks like a chest if you zoom in.
Yeah, just a barrel, yeah.
On a pedestal. I'm also pretty sure that there's a swirling magic coming from it if you zoom in. See?
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can.
I feel like it's just like around the water itself, not just the chest.
I don't believe it yet.
Uh,
Sneaky.
What else would you like to do?
Can we then ask the hag if
Okay.
she have any idea where the orb was before it disappeared?
Just have them have a Pokemon battle.
This looks like a Pokemon. I had my orb before I bumped into her, and I bumped into her here. As she explains, she raises her voice near the end to deliver a mocking epithet. I've got legs, see? Unlike that watery bint. You hear the mermaid just go, oh my god, would you just shut up?
I know if it's just in the water, she just dropped it.
Anyways, I usually get out of the water, go visit Sadia or Woody, only this time when I get here, this one's waiting for me. As we both go to climb out of the water, we bump noggins and end up in a tangle. I almost carried on, only I noticed my orb's missing. So I sealed the tunnel and searched the pond, and it's not down there, so where else could it be, That was
What
the
about
hag, by the way. I
creepy chest and,
kinda lost the voice there, but that was the hag. Where else could it be?
What about that creepy chest in the middle of the pond?
I don't know what that is. Would you like to search the pond?
Could I do a perception, not just go in the pond?
It takes quite a while, a full hour, to scour the pond and sift through the silt at the bottom. A perception, you say?
Yeah. I guess one of us with the highest perception here.
Yeah, you don't really...
Or are we doing a group roll?
Oh my god, I have not used that in ages. I don't even remember how to do that.
You don't have to, it's just a suggestion.
But yeah, even you can do a perception, but you can't really see anything in the murky water of the pond.
Is there any other creatures, you think, little critters that might have stolen the orb? In the chaos of you two coming out of the water?
No, I'm sure it was her.
Okay, instead of like searching the water, can we do an investigation around the area itself? In the hopes that maybe like a third party showed up and stole the orb.
An investigation of the area itself. Does that include searching the hag or the mermaid for any orbs on their person?
Sure, if they allow it.
You look around the ponds. Do me an investigation roll. Des, are you helping with this as well? And AJ?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say instead of doing a group roll, Cecil can roll it, but with advantage.
Alright.
Right.
26. You search around, you search through the pond, you spend some time like looking into the water. You come away confident that the orb is not down in the water. As you go around the pond, you get to Stucky, the hag. You're searching me? I don't have my orb. She has it. But other than that, she cooperates. She allows you to search her, waiting patiently for the search of her person to complete. Her waterlogged clothing and handful of soggy bags contain no orbs, only some personal effects. She may crudely suggest the searching characters scratch her back while they're at it. Okay.
Not gonna do that.
Her Niva, the mermaid, is a bit more reluctant as you approach her. She's like, I don't have it. You don't need to search me.
Look, it's either that or you're gonna be all day with her.
If you let us search you and we say there's nothing, then she'll probably let it go, you know?
Okay. How high is your charisma?
Charisma or persuasion, specifically?
Charisma. Your like actual stat at it, like 11, 16,
+1 in it, so 12.
12. Okay. And for you, Des?
+4.
Okay.
So like
an
18.
18. And AJ? If you are still with us?
Is he even there?
I'm not sure.
He's muted.
Dial tone.
Okay. But yeah, she's a bit reluctant as Cecil as you approach her, but upon seeing Des with his charisma of 18, she's like, well, if anybody has to pat me down, it should be that handsome man over there.
You're pointing at me?
Yes.
Oh.
Right.
Des blushes a little and says, oh, okay then.
Ah, excellent. She's being, while she's being searched, she is being flirtatious with you, especially if you show signs of being embarrassed.
Well, Des is a little embarrassed because I've had a life on the streets. I'm a street rat, like hardly ever known anyone in an intimate kind of manner. This is kind of awakening things in Des.
Searching through
Everyone's got an
the
itch to scratch out.
searching through the few satchels that Hervina has on her person, the only item of interest is a chunk of quartz that appears to have been carved into a skull. While round and about the size of an apple, it certainly doesn't look like an orb and isn't made of orb material out of pearl. Do you, as you find this chunk of quartz shaped like a skull, do you take it off of her? Do you fully grab it in your hands, thus, or do you just feel it on her in her bags and you leave it alone?
I'll whisper to her discreetly, this skull ain't what she's looking for, is it? Because she's specifically asking for an orb, isn't she?
No, that's not an orb. It's one of my trinkets. Cecil, as soon as this orb gets moved around a bit in her satchels, you get a very slight sense of a magical aura coming from the skull. The skull definitely emanates illusion magic.
Sleight of hand to try to grab it.
Oh, okay.
You want to try and grab it while she's flirting up me?
Yes.
Yeah, can I have advantage because she's distracted by that?
She is distracted, yeah.
$29.
29. You, Des is patting down her Neva, this mermaid lady, as she is very obviously flirting with Des. And as she sees that Des is starting to blush, she's getting more enjoyment out of it. She really lays it on thick. She's completely distracted by doing this. Cecil just walks over very nimbly, swipes the skull, pockets it in his own satchel or bag or wherever you put it, and you have the skull now. A quartz skull.
Is there an investigation to I guess remove the illusion or something? Or is it at the moment I touch it, the illusion is gone?
Do you have any abilities to pierce illusions?
Pierce illusions?
The
I think so. I mean, I know of illusions.
The
Counterspell does
suggestions.
that one.
Yeah, the suggestions I have here is using True Sight, a mirror of true reflection, or any other means of seeing through illusions can break the illusion on the skull. And I don't know if you have any ability to do that at the moment.
Yeah, no, nothing like True Sight or that.
Okay.
Can it be assumed if I move far away from her that or is the magic for the illusion coming from her?
Do me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Or just straight up intelligence.
17.
17 with your Arcana. Definitely illusion magic on the skull. You cannot tell if it is tied to her or not. If she is the caster of it.
Okay, I'll walk to the hag again.
As you are ending your search of the mermaid lady, she'll look up at you. You don't believe that hag that I took her silly orb, do you?
Well, the facts speak for itself. I've searched all over you, and since you have a very elegant fishtail, not many places you could hide an orb on you, so I find it unlikely you did. Did you hear that, Griss?
Yes, of course. And Cecil, you make your way to the hag, to Stucky.
By any chance, do you have true sight? Or do you have the ability to see, or to have true sight, something like that? Are any magical items that can pierce through illusions?
Oh, I am capable of doing illusionary magic. Why do you ask?
I'm also asking if you have a way to pierce through illusions.
Pierce through them? Depends on how strong the illusion is. This is her art, by the way. I realize I hadn't showed it earlier.
Disgusting. Can I show her the skull and then ask her, okay, can you remove the illusion on this?
Oh, what is this? This skull. This is what the mermaid lady looks like. Not quite like her token.
Okay. Yeah.
Still would.
Yeah. She'll do a roll. Advantage. A 7.
Still low.
Oh, oops! I did it as the mermaid instead of the hag. There we go. The hag gets a 17. She says some magic words in the Fey language, in the fairy language. Sylvan, I believe, or maybe just Fey itself, as the illusion surrounding this quartz skull disappears, revealing an orb.
Aha! Is it the orb you're looking for?
My orb! She did have it! I told you she stole it!
All right. Someone's got something to explain now.
You make your way back to the mermaid on the other side of the pond. She looks at you nervously upon seeing the orb being revealed on the opposite side of the pond.
So, do you have to say for yourself?
Her countenance pales, her eyes widening at the accusation. She immediately cracks under the pressure. She begins to weep, blubbering. Fine, I took it, okay? I was scared. If she had it, she'd find out what I did. Across the water, her attention drawn by the sudden fright in the mermaid's voice, Stucky grows deadly still, her gaze sharp and filled with growing menace.
So why did you take it in the first place?
She looks
Something about finding out what she did.
She looks utterly terrified. Between tearful sobs and sniffles, mopping at her face with a hand, she tells the story. When we're young, it's just games. We don't think about it. Mermaids, it's supposed to be fun. We lure ships through the rocks because sailors are stupid and ugly and we're pretty and clever. Who cares if they drown? We play tricks on people at sea or in lakes. I like playing tricks the most, finding secret little underwater passages to rivers and caves and all. She sniffles, she looks over at Stucky and shuffles on the platform to try and place a party member between her and the hag. So I was swimming up a river, peering out through the waters, and there's this woman plucking plants from the water. I don't know why I did it. I was gonna play a trick at first, just a little scare for her. So I waited until she plunged her hand into the water and grabbed her to pull her in. She'd get a little wet, get a little cold. I'd have a little laugh, and that would be that. She swallows, her tears drying. She calms down some, perhaps relieved at finally being able to share the truth. But when she fell, she hit me with her stupid elbow, and I got mad, and so I crushed her. Not even thinking about it, the words were out of my mouth before I could help myself, and then I didn't know what to do with her. So I left her in the cave in the depths. She looked absolutely She looks absolutely guilty and downtrodden. If I could take it all back, I would.
What does that have to do with stealing the orb? It sounds like you just confessed to murder.
Okay.
I'm confused. Did she just tell us a story about how she murdered a lady? Or...
But what does that have to do with the orb?
Yeah, it sounds like you just told us how you murdered someone.
She'd kill me. I ruined her life. I don't want to die. Her eyes are wide and she trembles. Truly, she is terrified of Stucky.
Stucky, the one she murdered? I'm confused.
Wait, do sea hags like that appear when someone drowns?
Stucky points her hag finger across the water at the mermaid. I knew it. I knew she was the source. See, I wasn't crazy. It was her all along. She's the source of my curse. She pauses, perhaps coming to the realization that she looks utterly mad. A brief effort is made to compose herself and straighten her perpetually soaked rags. Yes, well, please.
Okay, I'm confused. So, you drowned and then you turned into this because of a curse?
She pulled me under the water and cursed me. Yes, that is what happened.
That's what happens when you drown people?
I said crushed earlier by accident, but I meant cursed.
Okay, can you reverse it?
I've never uncursed someone before. I don't actually know how. She pauses a moment, teeth working on her lower lip. Sadie could probably tell me. And like the sun coming from behind the clouds, her mood immediately brightens. Yes, I'm sure she could. Would you tell Stucky that I'd be willing to, as long as she doesn't hurt me? I really do regret it, you know.
Well, either way, you're gonna have to both come inside. Sadie did want to both said that you were both guests. They need to show up at the manor.
Sadie wants us in the manor?
I mean, she said you were both guests.
Yes, guests and friends.
Yeah, she needs you both in the manor. I'll talk to the mad lady over there.
She admitted it, didn't she? She's the source of my curse. She needs to be punished.
As for the punishment, it's not my thing. It's gonna be up for Sadie. But yeah, we think we might be able to remove the curse if you head to the manor with us. Maybe
She thinks Sadie might be able to help her. Yeah, she thinks Sadie might be able to help you undo the curse.
She's gonna get Sadie to undo the curse? Yes, well, please extend my acceptance of her help. It would be most welcome if that high-tide whore can get me out of this. Her huge eyes flick towards her Vina. Perhaps leave the whore part out, she adds sheepishly.
Yeah, you gotta both need to head to the manor.
Shall we relay it?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do
Hold on, I feel like we're missing someone here, aren't we?
Do me a persuasion check. Either Cecil or Tess, and which one of you decides to do it gets advantage.
Again, I have higher charisma, so do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So where the fuck is Jackie? We're missing someone over here.
Ooh, that is a nat 20
I'll point that
with
out.
advantage.
I'll point that out to the others.
Okay, that has. They both agree to go back to the estate to go see Sadie. That is Sadia. That is one quest of the 3 requests complete, and that has earned you some approval of +2 with Sadia and +1 with Usk, wherever he is.
Did we get a mind stall point?
Completion of this quest earns the party a milestone point. You do indeed get one.
Hey.
Let me add that to my notes.
The other quest is finding where the fuck Jackie is.
Yes, shall we flip back to see what Jackie's up to for a bit?
Yes, indeed. Are you ready, Jackie?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's stop this water sloshing noise. As we go back into the hag's house.
Oh, spoilers.
We find Jackie in the bedroom. There we go. Zooming my camera all the way in on you. You've searched through the bedroom. You've seen all the creepiness inside of the room downstairs. What is Jackie gonna do now?
I go downstairs and get your folk out of here if you can't find any secret compartments. Of course, he's learned to check under all the carpets and stuff and trapdoors at this point.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Let the music stop. No.
I was just messing with the sound settings, don't worry about it.
Sure.
Is there anything else in the house you would like to do before you leave the premise?
Guess I'd search around. Like, I mean, there's skulls up here. I mean, that's pretty, like, eye-catching. I feel like Jackie would probably be like, what the fuck?
So there are a bit, skulls, things that look like they could be, things that once belonged to a human body or a humanoid body. So would you use your perception to just have like a general look around, or do you want to do a medicine check to look more at the bodies?
Can I do an investigation?
Sure.
Yay.
You spent some time investigating the main room. An 18. The space is as filthy as it appears. There is nothing of value or interest or value in any of the cabinets, and none of the food is remotely edible. The cages don't hold any living creatures currently, but the rotten corpses, stains, and stink make it clear that they have at least once before.
Alright, what about the skulls, though?
It requires a
They're
medicine
everywhere.
check to know more about the body parts and the skulls.
Marathon.
Which rolls off of wisdom. A 13. The corpses in the cages appear to have been tortured more than once before expiring. Cause of death appears to be... the cause of death is unknown to you, but from the look of it, it seems like it was most likely starvation. On one case, one of the corpses has been left so long, it is now just desiccated skin over bones. And the skulls are just skulls.
Well. Maybe Des lived here. But I guess I'll try and look around and see if I can find any clue who lived here, and if I can't find anything, I'll leave.
Okay. Yeah, you avoided the bear trap.
Yeah.
There's no documents or books or anything that could label who lives here, other than the things you have seen already. There is nothing that really seems to indicate who this house belongs to.
I'm sure I can figure out a nice, easy way to root them out. I cast Firebolt
Firebolt.
inside on the floor.
Okay. You hurl a mote of fire at a creature or an object. On a hit, the target takes fire damage. A flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. You blast fire in there. What do you target? It's like a couch in there,
The
a little
floor.
table, a rug, just the floor itself.
The floor itself. I'm trying to burn this place to the ground. It is a scene of fucking nightmares.
The floor ignites in fire, starts to like cinder away. Firebolt isn't too big. It's not like a fireball, so it's gonna take a while to like ignite the whole house. But you've definitely started a fire.
Yeah, I'll close the door.
Okay, cool.
I'll just walk away and see. Can I climb this red tree?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, I want to climb the red tree and see if I can like wait and see who comes to, like, you know, investigate the fire.
Okay. Do me a I believe it's
I missed the step
acrobatics
up
for
there.
climbing.
Can I miss this step? Is there an unoccupied branch that's big enough for a human to stand on?
I think so. Does Misty Step just you just need a target?
You need to be able to see it. This has to be within 30 spaces. So what's that? 30 by 5 feet, 150 feet?
Yeah, you can Misty
to
Step
30
up there.
feet.
Is that a
Oh, it says
spell
up to 30
slot?
feet. Yeah. No, that's an at-will spell. Once per day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you use your you can use your once per day Misty Step to get up there and get like a view over the maze. You see Cecil, AJ, and Des traveling through the maze with a what looks like a mermaid lady and a hag in tow with them.
Okay. I'll get my gun out and I'll wait and see who comes. And I'll keep an eye on the guys to make sure one of these freaks isn't about to turn them into like skeletons.
Okay.
Basically, I'm doing Overwatch on the guys.
Yeah, gonna drag this whole party down here as they make their way through the maze towards the main manor. You see that your party of friends and creatures are making their way through the maze, heading towards the back door of the manor. As you get close to the manor, Cecil, AJ, and Des, Stucky, and Hervina say like, we can.
Why did the effect just suddenly trigger?
I don't know. We can find our way from here. We'll go inside and meet with Sadia. Tell her that it's because of you that we made our way back to her. But you can come inside with us if you so like. What would you want to do? Are you going back in the manor with them, or are you staying out here? Pretty much is what I'm asking.
We're kind of missing a party member. Keep going ahead of us while we look for him. Okay, so we lost Jackie, guys. Somewhere in the maze.
They're both muted. Did you talking to yourself, pretty much?
I mean, this is usually how we play.
Yeah, I don't know why they're both showing up.
Okay.
I will.
Let's see.
I will say that Aidan ahead of time let me know that he wasn't feeling too well, that he could dip out at any moment, so I was aware that this might happen. But for Destructore, it's probably his internet again, like being weird.
Yeah, internet again.
I take a stick and I throw it at the back of Cecil's head lightly.
Okay, I'm just moving
I'll look where the stick was thrown.
Okay, I'm just moving those two into the room with Sadia, just as like a little memory thing for me to be like, oh yeah, they brought them back. They completed that quest.
Okay.
What I know is Jackie.
Yeah, you see the stick land. You hear the like psst coming from the tree.
What the hell are you doing, Jackie? Yeah.
I started a fire.
You idiot! We're in a forest.
What did I miss?
I started a fire. This place is
Out
burning
all
down.
this bushes and trees.
You what?
You guys did not see what I saw. Okay, there were skeletons.
Then don't
There was
start fire.
intestines. Someone has been torturing people. It's awful.
Don't burn the whole forest down for this. What the fuck did you start it? I'll try to look for the source of the fire.
Where are you going to look for the fire?
Do you know what a backdraft is?
I'll just try to hear the sound of fire or smoke. See smoke, smell smoke, any of that.
Okay, do me a perception to see if you can find it.
Yeah. There's an open door here. I feel like I can figure out what happened.
He closed the doors. It shouldn't be open if it is.
It shouldn't be open yet.
Yeah. Perception. 12.
12? Yeah, you see some, like, fire smoldering from, through the, like, cracks of the door, I guess, of this house.
I'm assuming it's gonna be open when I try to open it.
The door is not
Or
locked.
unlocked.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you
Just go
open it.
in.
You see, like, the floor is burning, the barrack has caught on fire, the little table is, like, the fire is, like, creeping up towards it, like, crawling alongside the walls on the side.
Do you have any spells I can create water? Perhaps.
Don't look at me.
Jackie, you better have something to put this out.
Jackie!
He's on the way, isn't he?
Yeah, AJ, if you were away, they brought the hag and the mermaid, they solved their differences. Turns out the mermaid stole the orb because she was scared that the hag was gonna find out that the mermaid was the one responsible for her curse. But they resolved all that, made them sent the hag back to the estate to meet with Sadia, and then traveled down the hedge page and find out that Jackie has put fire to a little place, and Des and Cecil are trying to deal with that now, and Jackie has ran off. So what would AJ be doing?
I'll call him
Fire.
out right now. AJ, you better have something, a spell to create water, please. Yeah, fire.
How bad
for
is the
fuck's
fire?
sake.
It
how bad-
is.
Don't mean I can flip and do water.
Oh yeah, he is a fireman.
So, tell me, with a man of your profession, please tell me there's something we can do before this whole forest burns down, and
You look
Jackie
into
gets
the
us in a
building?
whole lot of trouble.
You look into the building, AJ. You see that it's very clear where the fire started. Somebody put the wooden floor on fire, and it has spread from there across the barrack onto the table, and it is slowly like creeping up the sides of the wooden walls. It hasn't spread too far yet, but it is very clear that if you leave this alone, it's gonna engulf this entire room and eventually the building.
So how far has it gone up the wooden walls? Is it that just started?
Yeah, it's just started to like creep from the bottom up to the walls. It's like reached like
Okay.
halfway, I guess.
I am going in my backpack, grabbing my water sack, my blanket, and I'm gonna go and fight the fire.
Okay.
Get buckets.
Okay,
What's
I'll
in-
try to go to the guards outside that were on guard on the balcony.
Yeah,
and
there's
tell
one
them
like
what
by the
happened.
fountain.
There's a fire that started. We need buckets of water right now.
A fire?
Fire, yes. In a
Where's the
forest.
fire?
In the shack over there.
Okay. Oh, where's that two Jackies? What happened?
So I went to the other scene. That's why I was saying, wow, what a handsome devil. Don't worry, I brought Jackie from the past.
Yeah. The guard
Isn't
like
this the part where a black hole forms because you interfered with the timeline?
Yeah.
the guard like
No,
walks to the other
Jackie!
guards. Fire, fire! They like spread out. You hear like bells like ding 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 ding. And these
Oh,
like
God, fire.
these little like not fairy, like little wispy type creatures, like little sprites that you saw in the library surrounded the tree. They come like fluttering out, like carrying like buckets of water and the like, and they go to the house where you are, AJ, and just this like swarm of like flying little creatures like enters the rooms and just starts like dumping water everywhere.
Okay. Well, did I at least get a little bit of the fire out?
I would say yes. I was gonna make you do a roll to see how good of a job you did, but since it's your profession, your like background technically, I'm gonna say you know exactly how to handle this, so you succeed at it even without doing a roll, and you've like done a really good job. The fairy support to put out the water did not have to use much water to put out the fire.
Good,
a little
good.
like
Inspiration for that.
a little sprite flies up to your face, pretty much, AJ, like right in front of you. Fire's been dealt with. It wasn't much fire at all.
I know. I was tackling it on the walls.
Ah,
It would
you
have been
did
bad
a
if I didn't tackle it on the walls.
fine job. I'll make sure to relay this to the masters of the realm. I'm sure they'll be pleased to know that you were looking out for their buildings. Have you seen any other fires anywhere? Or was this the only place it was at? And do you know what started this fire?
Nah. Might have been that candle over here.
Dangerously
like an
unlit
actual
candle.
Well, to me.
Could be a possibility. Yeah, and some of the hobgoblin guards. Jesus, that's so difficult to say for me. Some of the hobgoblin guards will start to like spread out and pretty much like block off the building for like investigation. Yeah, the fairies flutter out of the house, thanking you for the job well done, AJ. Where are you gonna go from there?
Meet up with the other crew.
Fountain.
Okay.
As you exit the building, the guards like, good job, human.
Okay.
Yeah, can we give inspiration for the firefighter for fighting fire?
Yeah.
I'll give inspiration for the
Take it.
firefighter for fighting fire. Sure.
Background inspiration. But I'm fire.
That's very Baldur's Gate.
Is Jackie still out here at the fountain? Or is he gone inside?
Where is
he's
Jackie
here.
at the moment? Yeah, you went inside, but you came back?
Yeah, I went inside to see if I can find that hag and that other woman, but I didn't see them.
Oh, okay.
Jackie, I swear to God, you better have a good excuse for almost setting the entire forest on fire.
Oh, I didn't set a forest fire. What are you talking about?
Jackie, don't play fucking pretend. What's your excuse? Come on.
What?
I've been an eldritch horror inside that fucking shack for you to set that fire.
Did you actually look outside the shack? Go
It
look.
was all burnt up, Jackie.
Go look.
Just fucking say it, Jackie.
Go. Oh, now you have a problem when people don't say things clearly. Go look.
I've always answered every single question
Go
you ask
look.
clearly.
Yeah, the one
Go
room.
Okay, fine.
The one room that Cecil, AJ, and Des have seen that the fire was in. Didn't look anything suspicious in there, but you guys did not go in the other rooms, right?
No,
Yeah, haven't
like
you?
maybe the first and second room, that's it.
Yeah, the guard like stops you by the door. This place is currently under investigation. We're trying to figure out what started the fire.
Can we help with that investigation? We got a person here that specializes in dealing with fire.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
What,
he's the one that put it out.
What do you mean he specializes in putting out fires?
A firefighter.
Yeah.
Oh.
When a fire starts, he's the person that deals with it.
Oh, I see. Must be a big city thing. We don't get any of those over here.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one that helped put it out.
Hmm.
So you can trust us.
Yes, you are working for Lady Sadia, right?
Yeah. She said she needs some help with some stuff in order for us to stay in here.
I suppose you can enter now. I'll be right here by the door if you need anything.
Which rooms exactly got burnt, Griss?
This one. The one that you are in.
Okay, this is where the fire started, like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, the house is a circular room. It's dark and dank. Every space is filled with unpleasantness. The wood floor is stained with blood. Cobwebs line the ceiling. Stairs in the corner lead up to a door. And another door sits across the room at floor level. Large fireplace with a bubbling cauldron sits against one wall. Besides it is a table of spoiling food left to mingle with blood and slime, rendering all of it inedible. At the center of the room is a round table with rotted brains sitting to molder on wooden plates. There are 4 chairs around the table with a few extra rusting iron cages sit waiting for additional guests. So a lot of blood, gore, rot, cages, corpses, brains on plates, just nastiness. It stinks.
Could you not have just reported it, man?
Oh, wait, you see a big bear trap in front of the front door.
Nice.
Still does that mean he could not have reported it?
What? Who? How do I know it's not anyone that owns this place? You've taken me to a completely different realm, a completely different world, away from everything where there's time dilations. My mind is fracturing under everything that's going on. So how about
So you decide to
fuck
set the
you,
whole
Magic
forest
Boy?
on fire?
Yes! Fuck this world, fuck this realm, and fuck you! At least what I'm
So let me
saying.
get this straight. Your idea of staying
Fuck
safe in this
you,
realm is to
Magic
burn the
Boy.
entire forest.
Slam store.
I don't know. The guard like looks at you as you storm out. So it went well in there.
Fuck you, guard. Fuck this world.
What's his problem?
Fucking
It is
Magic Boy,
creepy as
fucking
fuck.
twink, fucking piece of shit.
And this
Stick
is
my
not the
fucking
first
face in
time.
the fucking in the fighting.
You cool that
I mean,
in the
this is not the
fountain.
first time we've seen
Yeah.
him grow some shit. I mean, we danced with corpses and performed for them. I'm not sure what set him off this time.
Look, this is looks like a torture area. Are these
Yeah.
cages hanging up?
The description says that the cages just sit there waiting for additional guests, so I assume they're just standing on the ground. Like on ground level. They're not like hanging from the ceiling.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm
Well,
gonna
we
do
don't need
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna break all these locks.
All the locks on the cages?
Yeah.
Like picklocking them or just like smashing them?
Well, I'm guessing the cages would be left open so people can actually go in it.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna open it. I'll go to where the lock is, maybe lay it down on the floor, and smash it with my flipping crowbar.
Okay, yeah, you have the crowbar. Just do me a strength check with advantage for the 3 cages. You're doing all of them, yeah?
Ooh.
You got guidance?
You do get a little bit
I
of
do have
a...
guidance.
You do get some negatives for being exhausted now. I'm not too sure what exactly one level of exhausted gives you, because, again, I don't use it
I think
that
it's
often.
disadvantage on
Yeah.
skills.
The Foundry
Can
should do
I
it automatically.
Cast
but-
guidance on myself.
Yeah, you can guide yourself. D4, I believe.
Just pushing it there. Why? Strength advantage at 20. For a 1, so 21. 21.
Okay.
Disadvantage, not advantage.
Is what?
Yeah, you rolled.
Yeah,
you
'cause you're,
should have been a
exhausted.
normal roll, I guess, since you cancel it out. But that would be a 12 plus 1, a 13. Still enough. You take a bit longer than you would like to spend on this, but you do manage to smash all 3 of the locks. Makes like a loud groaning metal noise as you like bend these locks with your crowbar.
Okay, I need to be first.
Oh, there's a
before
4th
we go
gauge in that
any-
room.
Yeah, before we go any deeper, AJ, I should probably ask the guards about this.
Okay.
Just step over that.
Okay, you avoid the bear trap.
This guard right here, I'll like, excuse me.
Yes.
Why is there skulls, bunch of organs, brains, cages inside that shack? Who lived here?
The why I cannot answer. The who, it's this is the hag, her house. This is where she conducts her rituals and the like. I am not familiar with her magics.
Uh-huh. And you just like guess walk in there and get killed by her, or?
We only do what we're ordered to do. We have not been told to bring people to this house or to stop people from going to the house.
Uh-huh. Okay. I guess, okay, thank you. I guess we'll go back inside to the lady that hired us, Sadia, and ask her about that. Don't go deeper, AJ, don't go deeper.
Yeah, there's an upstairs.
Okay.
You can rummage through it if you want. You can rummage through the house itself as well if you want to like do a little look around. There is the main room, the sitting room, and the bedroom that you can either perceive or investigate if you want to do that.
Nah, what I'm gonna do is check where the fire started.
Okay.
Did you say like when I entered it was clearly on the floor where the carpet
Yes.
is?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna grab this candle.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Is it got a plate on? Yeah.
It seems to be like a candle on a skull.
Oh, okay. I did not see the bottom of the skull. I just saw the
Yeah.
circle bit, and it looked like a plate.
It's a spooky
I'm
candle on
going
a
to,
skull.
I'm gonna close the door.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to put not that door. I'm gonna put this candle on the floor and drop some racks onto the bear skin.
Yeah, near the like scorch marks on the floor. Are you trying to make it
Yeah.
seem like it was the candle that caused the fire?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Make me a deception roll.
Give me a sec. Deception. Do I get? I'm gonna use my guidance as well. Can I use guidance again?
I think so. Is it a cantrip, a spell slot?
It's a cantrip. Disadvantage. A 10 plus. Is this 12?
A 12? Yeah, you think you have successfully made it seem like the candle caused the fire?
Okay, can I do anything to make it look like it's... Okay.
Okay, while you're having a think. Meanwhile, back at the fountain, Des, did you stay there at the fountain while everybody else went to the house?
Pretty much.
Yeah. You were at the fountain, you saw the guards like gather for the fire, the fey creature showing up to douse the fire, when a visibly like pouting and upset Jackie comes like storming out of the house and just dunks his head into the fountain. Do you react or say anything upon seeing that happen?
Not really. Just watch what he's doing.
Okay, cool. Jackie, you dunk your head in the fountain. You take like a moment to like calm yourself down. You're like, I'm so done with all this like magic stuff. I'm just a normal human bartender. This is all way too much for me.
Yeah.
What do you do from here?
Much. Do I kill everyone? I could wall of fire this whole fucking place and it would go up in seconds.
Very flammable.
Are you having an existential crisis?
Yeah, I was talking about this with Excluded before. Jackie's been on like the breaking point and trying to keep it together for a while now. But that was the last straw, seeing all those tortured bodies. So, excuse me, sir. I was going to approach one of the guards that's still around.
Yeah, you approach like one of the guards. Yes, sir. What can we do for you today?
That building that was set on fire. Could you tell me who lived there?
I believe it is the hag that makes it her abode.
Ah, and where would I find this hag?
She just entered the estate a bit earlier, together with the mermaid, to go and see Mistress Sadia, I believe.
Ah, excellent. He pulls out his gun. I will see you later.
Okay.
I don't even know if
like-
he recognizes what a gun is, so he's just gonna...
Yeah, like, you pull out modern gun.
Hey, guys. Yeah, modern gun.
Yeah, he wouldn't know what that is. Oh, what a strange device.
I gotta look for that bitch.
Okay, don't.
I'm going hag hunting.
Back to Cecil and AJ. You make your way out of the little house. You successfully made it seem like the candle caused a fire. The guard look at the both of you like, everything alright?
Yeah.
And me. Let's go to say that to ask the hag what the fuck is happening in the house. Or what the fuck is the hag doing in the house?
Are you asking
Yeah,
the guard
also
what the
just-
hag is doing in this house?
No, I'm telling AJ we're gonna go like to say that, to ask her what the hag is doing in the house.
Okay.
Who's gonna
Kinda
find her
weird.
first?
It's a manhunt.
It's a hag hunt. Okay.
Should be a teleport
Make your
train
way
like this.
into there. Yeah, it should just teleport you. It's gonna be a double of you there because I just copied you. That should bring you to the first floor. Let me activate this. So these are the doubles. I get rid of those. So Jackie has the lead. He is a bit like ahead of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Chris, do I know which drink that was that knocked me out?
Yes, you drank the... I have to check which one it was. You drank the brandy, I believe?
So if I see a bottle of it, can I grab it?
The Fey brandy. Yes, it was the Fey brandy. The goblin is like there, like leaning mugs. Welcome back, sir. Yeah, everything go all right out there? Need another pick me
Yeah.
up?
Yes, we're looking to celebrate. Could we get a bottle of that brandy?
A bottle. Well, we've been informed that you are working for Lady Sadia, doing tasks for her. So as long as you don't cause any issues or chaos within the estate, you are free to have anything you desire. So I can absolutely hand you a bottle, good sir.
I'll cross my fingers behind my back. I'll cause no trouble.
Let me put one of these on your sheet. Fey brandy. Boop.
Good.
It went in your consumables.
Great. Let's see if I can find her. Oh, it's the relic room again.
Yeah, you find yourself in another version of the gallery. I've got a little picture of what this one looks like. Very
Wait,
fancy.
is that a deck? Is that the deck of many things? Or whatever. Well, it looks like a bunch of cards in here. Who's that one?
The collection. There is a modest-sized statue of an elephant, exotic gardening tools, a case of snakes, a case of eyeballs, silver cutlery, a case full of crumpled pieces of paper, a bloody club and 2 shields, very strange sculptures, 4 silver masquerade masks, 3 crystal frogs, and a single inconspicuous broom. That is what's in all the cases, apparently.
A broom.
So I'm not too sure which one that is
What,
supposed to be. I
Like
wonder
a
if
witch's broom.
a very inconspicuous broom.
Shaggy's gonna think it's a witch's broom. Fuck it. Fuck these people. Fuck being nice. Smashy. Give me that broom.
Okay.
Jackie's gone nuts.
He's going crazy.
Oh my
He's
god.
going crazy.
Do me
One too many teleports. We'll do
me
that to
a
him now.
roll
He's
with
got
whatever.
teleporter psychosis.
Do me a roll with whatever ability you think you would be using to smash the glass. Are you going for strength? Are you trying to be like subtle about it?
I'd be hitting it with like I'm imagining he would just pull out his pistol and smack it with it. So I guess Dex.
Okay.
Oh, that's a saving throw. Oops.
Not a saving throw. Same roll?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Same roll, same nice. Okay, cool.
A 21. Yeah, you bog the glass full force with the pistol. You've seen this done. You've done this before.
Mhm.
It just like bounces off the glass. You remember from like the cases in the other realms, they have some sort of wart on it with a symbol underneath the case.
Right, we had to scratch that out before. All right, I'll scratch that shit out. Scratchy.
You two come in.
Yeah, you start scratching it out. Meanwhile, Cecil, AJ, and Des, you make your way back into the main lobby, I guess, the lounge. As the goblin greets you, welcome back. Your friend came through here earlier as well. Got another bottle of my finest brandy. Would you like something?
No. We're busy right now. We need to say that to talk to her.
I see. Well, you know where to find her.
Yep. Yeah. I'm just gonna take this way to her office.
Where did he go? Hello.
That's closing the door behind him. Yeah.
Etiquette.
Jackie, you scratch out the thing. You smash the glass. Boom. Glass breaks immediately. Inside is a
So
plain
dash
wooden
will
broom
get here.
with straw bristles. It is the kind of broom that would be used for sweeping floors. It is not very special or interesting. It is obviously a broom of flying.
Yeah, Jack's got like he doesn't know how to do any of this stuff, but he's just he's gonna jump on it and like jump in the air and probably just fall on his face.
Yeah, like a witch.
And it's like, yeah.
The broom of flying. Functions like a mundane broom until you stand astride it and speak its command word. It then hovers beneath you and can be ridden in the air.
So he is going to facepalm because he didn't say the command
Yeah.
word.
You like straddle it, jump up, and it just slams down. It just seems to act like a normal
Bubbles.
broom to you.
He uses fucking.
Cecil.
Okay,
and
I'm gonna do that thing Magic Boy does. I'm gonna try to focus on the thing. Focus.
Ooh, do me an intelligence roll.
Intelligence or Arcana? Like, do you mean a roll in intelligence or straight up intelligence?
You can use Arcana.
Okay.
While you are while you are studying the broom, Cecil, AJ, and Des, you make it to the door of the office that was pointed out to you earlier, where you could find Sadia. The door is closed, not locked, but closed.
We'll knock, I guess, first.
You knock on the door. You hear Sadia from the other side. Yes, who's there?
The adventurers, Cecil, Des, and AJ to be specific.
It's the group of men that solved our problem and made us reconcile with each other. Yes. Come in. You open the door. You see Mer Lady in there, her Niva and Stucky and Sadia. Welcome to my office. This is where I conduct the official business for the estate. I have seen that you have made it so that my friends have finally made it to the estate. I thank you. I'm very thankful for that.
Yes, but yeah, if you don't mind me kind in on the all happy mood over here. While we were walking outside the fountain, there was a small fire that started in the shack outside.
My house, says the hag. There was a fire in my house.
It was put out. Didn't get damaged. Too much, at least.
Oh,
My
how
question
strange.
is, why was there a bunch of skulls and organs and brains in your house?
Sadia looks over at the hag, looks back at you. Are you familiar with spellcasting, yes? Do you not say yeah? Do you agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I'll nod.
Okay.
I'll say, yeah, I'm familiar with magic.
Certain spells require
spell.
certain materials to cast. Hag magic relies on a lot of those less desirable materials for her magics. It is just the way of hag magic.
Uh-huh. And you get these materials how exactly?
Were they ethically sourced? I thought you detested violence, was all.
We do detest violence within the manor. Stucky here assures me that everything that she has procured was already dead when she got it.
And is that true, Stucky?
Yes, I only use things that have perished away by themselves. Jackie, you make your way to the door and you hear like muffled
can hear
talking
her, yeah.
coming through the other side of the door.
Yeah, can we roll insight on that?
I assumed I heard her go, my house!
Yes,
That's what I
you
moved from the
definitely
door.
heard that.
Yeah, I'll focus on the broom later. I pull out my shotgun, Gris.
Okay.
I test the door. I'm not going to actually open it. Yeah, it's okay, it's locked. Okay.
Can we roll insight on her saying that everything she gets is already dead?
Jackie knows that's a lie, if you can hear that.
You do an insight. And her appearance changed to a more like human-looking form.
Is there a keyhole in this, Chris?
Yeah, I suppose so. That would be a keyhole.
Okay. Wondering if I can cast Misty Step again. Am I allowed to cast that again? Nope. Yeah.
mean, if you have it prepared again, there's nothing stopping you from casting it, right?
No, it's a once a day action thing. I was hoping I could use it as a spell slot as well, but I can't.
Is
It's
it
a
on
once
your
per day
list?
thing. No, it's an at will spell from
Okay.
something else. I shall just put the shotgun down for a second and start picking the lock.
Yeah. From
Yes.
our roles, Chris, can we tell if she's lying or telling the truth?
With your insight, you like look her up and down, and she'll continue to explain that these, as she changes her form to a more like human form, a more appealing form, I guess, but she still very much looks like an old haggard lady. These nasty materials are sadly some of the materials I require to perform my hack magic, and I was sourcing these materials ethically, as your friend says here, to try to curse myself from my affliction. But now that we have learned that it was indeed the mermaid who cursed me like this, we are trying to work out a way by working together to lift this curse. But her Niva here has never undone a curse before. And yeah, with your 13 in insight, thus, she is definitely telling the truth. With your 11 in insight, you're not too sure, Cecil.
Okay. That at least alleviates tension a bit. Alright. So I'm
So
assuming
do you
we
plan on
have
somehow testing it first, perhaps cursing an inanimate object and then uncursing it in some way? Would that help you test if you can uncurse something?
Not what we had in mind. Sadia will chime in. Yes, we were first gonna check the library and sources of information to see what we can find about curses, and her Niva here was gonna do her best to try to uncurse our hag friend here. Yes, I'm not too sure how to do it, but I can definitely try.
I'm pretty sure maybe Vic, you said that some adventurers come here, right? Or pass through here.
Yes, adventurers have come through here before.
A holy man or a cleric maybe was once here before. Maybe you could ask him for help. They usually have way to remove curses or heal people.
I see. Divine magic. That could work. I'm
That's
just
if
happy that you've
there's a cleric.
you stopped them from yelling at each other already. It was getting a bit much.
Yeah. I'm assuming then that this job is complete.
Yes, indeed. That is one of the 3 tasks complete. So far, you have proven yourself capable. You did not, from what I understand from the guards, you did not, and my friends here, you did not resort to violence to solve this issue. So I am pleased. You may stay longer. You may stay within the mansion as you wish.
I'll whisper to myself, maybe at least one of us can keep in the peace and quiet. Alright, so the second thing, the shambling pet. Where is it exactly?
Yes, the shambling pet.
And do you have any suggestions on how we can get it to move outside?
We keep a shambling mound to dispose of our waste. It's become something of a mascot, a pet the residents enjoy. For a long time, our former groundskeeper Timnus kept it wrangled and out of our hair. Unfortunately, after his disappearance, Shambly just sort of wandered wherever it likes. It's roamed the first floor for a while. It'll eat anything. You see, even staff, if it can, or guests. She frowned slightly, perhaps picturing that. We needed We need it, and it is a favorite pet, but inside the house it's a hazard to everyone. We were fortunate in that a few days ago someone saw it wander into the bots and closed the door before it could get out. Still, it needs to be outside, not in. Reading this
should be
also,
back in Feywild.
Yes, reading this reminded me, like, Timus is here somewhere.
Yeah, Timus should be back. We did help him get back here.
Timnus has returned?
Yeah, he was in the Shadowfell.
He just vanished one morning. No one saw anything.
Some shadow creatures kidnapped him and sold him to another family.
Oh.
I mean, he is a satyr. He could be partying with the other satyrs.
Hopefully he is truly back, because the other groundskeepers have not been as good or as lucky.
He said that there was satyrs partying around. Maybe he's with them?
Perhaps. I have not seen him amongst that group, but perhaps that is where he went to. I'm surprised that if he made his way back, that he has not reported himself back for duty as groundskeeper.
Time
Probably
passes.
would have if the GM remembered he was here.
The time passes differently in the different realms. It could be that he just got back a second ago.
Indeed.
Or maybe he got back in a different place other than here.
Same place, different time.
Yeah. But, I mean, we should probably check out the satyrs first. Maybe he's there, and if he's there, maybe he can sort that problem out for you instead of us.
Seems like a good lead.
Yeah, can you tell us where the satyrs are?
She exhales as you ask about the situation with the satyrs. A few weeks ago, we had a group of traveling satyrs come in. We only expected them to stay a few days. Satyrs come through here all the time, on their way to one party or another. They don't usually stay very long. However, some of their group ran afoul of the revel in the dining hall, and the rest fell prey to their own vices. We tried expelling them, but they simply refused to leave. If you could do something to get them to move on, I would be delighted.
Wait, so the room cursed them to stay in?
Someone cursed them?
Yeah, like someone forcing them in? Or is
No,
it the whole...
I don't
if she's
believe
talking about
so.
the whole upstairs where ghosts kept appearing, then maybe something is happening to them.
You think it might be a curse? Interesting. She looks at the hag. The hag shakes her head no. Okay.
Once you look at the mermaid, because the mermaid's the one that did the curse.
She looks at both of them.
So they're in the second floor.
They've absolutely invaded the audience chamber on the second floor, which makes this entire situation worse. Kainaros is livid, and if Elsiet were to return, or worse, if Silvaria were to come into the house, the only outcome might be a bloodbath. I don't want to be the Seneschal of the manor that murders satyrs.
Okay. Would they be mad that satyrs are in, or they be mad that they're not behaving, I guess?
The behavior part.
Okay. We can try to sort this out. If Timnus is there, that might be also a huge help for helping us sort this out. Well, let's see what we can do. If we can make them behave, I guess we'll try non-violently moving them out, and if that doesn't work, then I'm not sure what we can do.
I would be willing to give you a pair of house guards to escort and assist, though they would be under strict rules to subdue only, no killing. You would also be responsible for their well-being. They may be guards and used to danger, but if they come with you, that makes them your charge. If you cannot accept that burden, I'll leave them here.
Just leave them here. I don't think the satyrs will be much trouble.
I have a question.
Yes?
Ask away.
What about if we do a little bit of damage to the house?
What?
I would prefer not to do that.
I know a way how to get them out of the house quickly.
I would like for
Well,
the house not to get damaged. What do you have in mind?
Well, I'll pull out my shotgun and cock it. Shoot this couple
Okay.
of times into the roof.
Okay, AJ,
What would that
relax.
accomplish?
I don't know what
Just
this
destroy
device
Scare the
it.
is.
shit out of them. Well, it goes boom.
You think
Really
this
loud
device
for it.
can frighten them in leaving?
If not, I can frighten them in other ways.
And it
I
would
need a
damage.
rest first, though. I feel a little bit down.
It would damage the roof. You say?
Just use
Yeah.
blanks.
Did you pack
I
blanks?
don't have
Blanks.
blanks.
Her fair features tighten and her lips purse in distaste. Well, I guess that would be tolerable, but you must be really careful not to kill them. I won't stand for that.
Yeah, I won't. Do you want to see what it sounds like before I start
Don't,
shooting it?
please, no, don't.
Don't.
Right next to it, it's gonna be pretty loud.
I was just going to go outside and shoot
Don't.
the tree.
You don't know, you might kill a fairy by accident. Now that it's gonna be on us.
Okay, what is Jackie
Okay.
doing on the other side of the door? Just listening in, peeking in through the keyhole.
But he was picked the lockpick, and but now he's listened into the conversation. He's just gonna wait until that hag's on her own. So I'm waiting for an opportunity to ambush this hag. If it looks like anybody's coming my way, I'll go invisible.
Okay.
The second floor, I guess, for us.
Yeah.
Okay, Cecil, AJ, and Des.
We'll have a look. Des turns and says, "Good luck in your search," to the mermaid before leaving. He's kind of still got a little bit of hearts for her.
Okay. Yes, if you need us, we will be making our way to the library next to see if we can find anything about the mermaid's curse.
I'll keep that in mind.
And I do have to head off now.
Yeah, I was thinking it was getting kind of late. So yeah, AJ, Des, and Cecil. The door creaks as you leave out of the office. You, Jackie, you hear a door open on the other side of the door that you are at. As you're peeking in through the keyhole, you see light come in from the hallway as your three companions leave this room. You see Sadia, the plant lady, turn towards the mermaids and the hag. Well then, ladies, we shall make our way towards the library and see if we can undo this curse. And in a row of three, they leave the office.
A row of three. Who's at the
Yeah.
back?
The hag, Stucky, is at the back.
Gonna creak the door open. Have I picked the lock right, I guess. Was that enough?
You roll a 10 on it.
A 10 is not enough to wrench open
I shall try
the
again.
double door.
Or I could use Arcane Lock. Do I have Arcane Lock? No, it's not prepared. Damn. I should pick it one more time then. That was easy to go. Oop.
15 is just enough. You move your little lockpick around in the lock. The Skyrim lockpicking game pops up. You move it nicely until the lockpick just barely doesn't break, and you hear the click of the door unlocking.
Okay. Grab her, slam the door. Put my hand over her mouth and then tase her in the back.
You grab the egg. Sadia and Hervana were right in front of her, so they definitely noticed the door slamming behind them. Oh, what was that? And Des, Cecil, and AJ, you're still down the hallway.
Yeah.
She'll call you over. Adventurers, something just grabbed the hag in the office. You didn't lock the door, right? You just slammed it closed.
Yeah. I imagine I'm putting my back against it, trying to tase her.
Okay, gotta grab.
It opens in, doesn't it? Yeah, it opens in.
Yeah. You see Sadia trying to open the door. The door is blocked. Who's in there? What's going on? You hear the muffled of the hag, and To you guys,
Des?
Cecil, AJ, and Des, you hear the distinct noise of a taser going off. Sadia and her Niva does not know what that is. But you're like...
Can you try to push it open?
The taste would
Or
be
force it open?
successful. So that will make her unconscious. Yeah.
Nice. Hang on, right. Now, what can I do this? Can I do this? Let's see.
Des,
Spells.
are you still here? Did you jump out already?
No, just wouldn't it be better for? Oh wait, no. Yeah, I guess I could try.
Yeah. If you can give it a shot.
Yes,
creature
I
you
make her
touch-
invisible.
Okay. Invisible. Whoop. Des, you try to bump open the door.
As soon
Yeah.
as I hear him start to rush, I grab her, and run.
Okay. Yeah. So, Jackie lets go as soon as you hit the door. The door flies open, and you catch a glimpse of Jackie running out of the room, seemingly dragging something with him, but that something is invisible, so you just kind of see him holding his hands around something and then slamming the
Can
door
you make us walk
closed.
through, please? Yeah. She's blocking the way, Gus.
Yeah. You can go in.
Can we go chase after him?
Yeah.
Alright.
Now,
I'm just
do
gonna keep
that.
running, Chris.
And I'll
Jackie
cast,
is... Jackie has one level of exhaustion, is dragging
Yep.
another creature. Your speed, your walking speed is 30?
30 or 40. Yeah, 30.
Okay. Is there anyone in the party that is faster by default? Yeah, both Cecil and AJ are naturally gonna catch up on you because they are just faster than the rest of you. And with your exhaustion...
Jackie's just losing it. There's no plan here.
Yeah, and with your exhaustion, they definitely like catch up to you. So we'll end it here as you Des barges through the door, sees Jackie run out, slam the other door closed. AJ and Cecil come into the room. Des like points like Jackie ran through that door, don't know what's going on. And you start to chase. You definitely know that there was supposed to be a hag here that's not here anymore. You start to run after Jackie, if that is what everybody wants to do. I know Cecil wants to. Would AJ pursue
Yeah.
Jackie?
I will pursue, but I'm not
Okay.
doing anything else.
Okay, so I'll say Jackie gets about like halfway through this display case room before AJ and Cecil catch up with Jackie. And Des, you're a little bit behind, so we're in this kind of like formation.
I thought I'd be on the floor, considering. I thought I would be on the floor, considering I just ran the door at full speed, expecting it to be blocked.
Oh yeah, you ram open these like double doors and you go flying through, and you're like prone on the floor as Cecil and AJ sprint past you, catch up with Jackie, and as they have caught up, it's up to you if you grab him, tackle him, just kind of like yell something towards him, whatever. But we'll start with that next Friday to see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Exciting. A chase, perhaps.
We'll see you guys next time on Dungeons and Dragon Ball Z.
D&B, Dragon and Balls. No, wait. That doesn't work that well.
That's what the show is called.
I'm coming, Zarbon. Quick, grab my balls.
But yeah, we'll be back next Friday to see the conclusion of what happens to this hag. Probably nothing good. Or maybe. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I had fun running this for you, and we'll come back to this next Friday. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.
Or
Bye.
Bye-bye.